Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Tuesday, 20th of August 2024. From the Indian history point of view, the correct answer is that this day is famous for the celebration of Sadbhavana Divas. 20th August is the birth anniversary of the former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Sadbhavana Divas is celebrated on 20th August to appreciate his efforts in Indian development. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that India allows Nepal to export additional 251 megawatt of power. India has allowed Nepal to export an additional 251 megawatt of electricity to the country. Nepal first started its power exports by selling in the day-ahead market of Indian Energy Exchange. India has allowed Nepal to export an additional 251 megawatt of electricity to the country, marking the first time the Himalayan nation will supply a power to Bihar under the medium-term sales agreement, an official statement said on Monday. India's designated authority for cross-border trade has approved an additional 251 megawatt of power exports from 12 hydropower projects in Nepal. The Indian embassy in Nepal said in a statement, with this, Nepal would be exporting 941 megawatt of the hydropower from 28 projects. Earlier, Nepal was exporting 690 megawatt of electricity from 16 projects, it added. After news report on alleged voice clips of Chief Minister, Manipur government calls it anti-national activity. Manipur government denies authenticity of voice clips allegedly incriminating Chief Minister Byron Singh in ethnic conflict. Responding to the news report, the Manipur government says it will prosecute those found involved in spreading such unfounded and baseless contents. Assets Law and Order has imprisoned in the state. Hours after a news website reported a story about voice clips allegedly of Chief Minister and Byron Singh admitting to complicity in the ethnic conflict being submitted as evidence into the inquiry commission constituted by the central, the Manipur government issued a statement doubling down on its claims that clippage were doctored. Responding to the news report that wired the Manipur government, in a press release issued by the Department of Information and Public Relations (DIPR), said state government views such acts of spreading misinformation, disinformation through such doctored clips as anti-national activities. Mehbooba's daughter Iltija Mufti to make electoral debt. Mehbooba Mufti's daughter Iltija Mufti was among the 8 party leaders nominated as constituencies in charge in 8 assembly constituencies of South Kashmir. The nomination has paved the way for Ms. Iltija to join the electoral fray for the first time as a candidate. People's Democratic Party's President Mehbooba Mufti's daughter Iltija Mufti was among the 8 party leaders nominated on Monday as constituencies in charge in 8 assembly constituencies of South Kashmir. The nomination has paved the way for Ms. Iltija to join the electoral fray for the first time as a candidate, as she emerged as a face of the party in 2019 when her mother was detained by the authorities after the abrogation of the Article 370. She was seen campaigning for her release and later took as a media advisor for the former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister. She also campaigned for her mother during a Lok Sabha election in the Anantnag Rajouri seat this year. Now going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Mpox scare. Center asks airports to be alert, marks 3 hospitals as nodal centers. The Union Health Ministry asked all the airports to be alert about incoming passengers reporting Mpox symptoms. The Union Health Ministry on Monday asked all the airports and authorities at the land ports on borders with Bangladesh and Pakistan to be alert about incoming passengers reporting Mpox symptoms, PTI quoted official sources. According to the PTI report, the Health Ministry identified Delhi's Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, Safdarjung Hospital and Lady Hardinge Hospital as the nodal centers in the national capital for the isolation, management and treatment of any Mpox patient. The center has asked all the state governments to identify such designated hospitals under their jurisdiction. Is India at a risk after a World Health Organization global health emergency alert on mpox? Report says that last week the World Health Organization declared the recent outbreak of mpox as a global public health emergency following the emergence of a new variant. There have been 27,000 cases and more than 1,100 deaths, mainly among the children in Democratic Republic of Congo, since the current outbreak began in the January 2023. Prime Minister Modi's top officials chairs MPOX preparedness review meet on Sunday. P.K. Mishra, Principal Secretary of to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, chaired a high-level meeting to review India's preparedness for MPOX, aimed at enhanced surveillance for prompt detection. According to the officials, there is no reported case of MPOX in the country as of now. Government's assessment indicates that the risk of the large outbreak with the sustained transmission is low. At the present, 32 laboratories in the country are equipped for testing mpox. P.K. Mishra had asked the officials to ensure that the protocols for prevention and treatment of the disease should be disseminated on a large scale, stressing the importance of the running and awareness campaign among the healthcare providers about the signs and symptoms of the disease and need for timely notification to surveillance system. News Times also states that India may not directly mediate between Russia and Ukraine, but likely to pass messages. The Indian side has indicated it can pass message between the two sides. New Delhi. Ahead of the Prime Minister and the Modi visitors to Kiev this week, India has indicated that it may not directly mediate between Russia and Ukraine, but can help in passing messages between the two countries, according to people familiar with the matter said. Army Chief Chairs top meet to outline goals in the run-up to 2047. Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi. Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi on Monday chaired a meeting of his top generals to outline the Army's strategy and priorities during the Amrit Kal, the period leading to India's independence centenary, and align the forces' goal with the government's vision of making India a developed country and a significant global player by 2047. Kolkata murder case, Central Bureau of Investigation gets not to conduct a polygraph test of accused. Junior doctors, trainee doctors, and medical students protest against the sexual assault and killing of a postgraduate trainee doctor at Arjikar Medical College in Kolkata. The Central Bureau of Investigation on Monday was granted permission to conduct a polygraph test of Sanjay Roy, the prime accused in the brutal rape and the murder of the postgraduate trainee doctor of the Kolkata's Arjikar Medical College and Hospital. On a Saturday, the Central Bureau of Investigation carried out the psychoanalysis test of the accused Roy, who is now in the agency's custody. The Kolkata police has arrested him a day after a postgraduate trainee doctor's body was found in the seminar hall of the chest department of the Arjikar Hospital between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. on Friday. Going to the economy of the country from the business point of view, dual-use goods. United States alerts Indian companies on export of defense tech to Russia. This follows reports of sanctions of Bangalore-based SI2 microsystem in the November month last year for its alleged role in the supplying dual-use technology to Russia. Electronic components, machine tools, drones, and software for drones are some of the dual-use items that can be used for both civil and military applications and are included in the sanctions list imposed by the West in the backdrop of the Ukraine war. Cautions monetary policy needed if food price pressures continue, Reserve Bank of India report. The report titled "Our Food Pricing Spilling Over" said the conventional treatment of the food price perturbation as transitory in the setting of monetary policy is increasingly becoming untenable. The report said persistence in food inflation has increased due to the repeated climate shocks of rising intensity. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman meets heads of PSBs, asks banks to launch special drives to mobilize depositors. Banks were also instructed to focus on the further increasing credit flow to eligible beneficiaries under the various government initiatives like Prime Minister Surya Ghar Bijli Yojana and Prime Minister Vishwakarma Yojana. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chairs a review meeting with the heads of public sector banks in New Delhi on Monday. Now going towards the world news, including former Rep. George Santos pleads guilty to federal charges. Protesters break through police fence near Democratic National Convention site. Democratic National Convention live updates. Kamala Harris set to become a nominee. Biden, Kelly Obama to speak. Democrats launched DNC convention amid Kamala Harris' rise and lingering questions. Global warming may be a factor in Delhi Italian shipwreck, climatologist says. United States Secretary of State Blinken urges Hamas to accept the United States' proposal to end the Gaza war. Going to science and tech, we have Congo says it will receive its first monkeypox vaccines next week to address the new global emergency. A health worker speaks to the woman about the monkeypox prevention at a clinic in Munigi, eastern Congo. Congo's health minister says the country will receive the first vaccine doses to address its monkeypox outbreak next week from the United States. Congo will receive the first vaccine doses to address its monkeypox outbreaks next week from the United States. The country's health ministry said on Monday, days after the World Health Organization declared monkeypox outbreaks in the Africa a global emergency. Mpox cases have been confirmed among the children and adults in more than a dozen other African countries, and a new form of the virus is spreading. Few vaccine doses are available on the continent. Mandayam Srinivasan of B Studies fame faces misconduct allegations. The waggle dance, the direction the bees moves in relation to the high, denoted by the angle alpha here, indicates direction. If it moves vertically, the direction to the source is directly towards the sun. The duration of the waggle part of the dance signifies the distance. Based on his work on the bees, Srinivasan received an award from Indian Institute of Science in 2009, among the other honors. But two biologists have now called 10 of his papers into questions. Two scientists have flagged what they have called the evidence of the problematic behavior in the multiple scientific papers co-authored by Mandayam Srinivasan, emeritus professor of visual neuroscience and at Queensland University, Brisbane. India's first tagging of horseshoe crabs kicked off by a Zoological Survey of India and the Odisha Forest Department. Tagging of horseshoe crab being taken by the scientists of the Zoological Survey along the Odisha coast. The horseshoe crab, one of the oldest living creatures, is known for its strong immune system, and its blood is crucial for preparing rapid diagnostic reagents. The Zoological Survey of India, ZSI, and the Odisha Forest Department have joined hands to tag horseshoe crab along the state's coast to understand the population and habitat utilization of its conservation and management. Horseshoe crab are one of the oldest living creatures on the earth and a valuable species medicinally. This follows the report of a dwindling population of the horseshoe crabs along the Odisha coast. In the first 2 days, scientists fixed tagged the first such effort in the country on 70 horseshoe crabs. The risk of a large outbreak of monkeypox are low in India for now, as says the Health Ministry official. The virulent strain is in circulation in Democratic Republic of Congo and more than a dozen African countries. No case reported in India at present. The Union Health Ministry on Monday, August 19, 2024 said the strain of the monkeypox virus currently is in circulation in the Democratic Republic of Congo and more than a dozen African countries is virulent and has a death rate of 3% as opposed to 0.1% from less virulent strain. Former CSIR chief Girish Sahani passes away. His time at the helm of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research was marked by financial issues. Former Director General of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR Girish Sahni, passed away on August 19 at the age of 68. Multiple sources told The Hindu he had died of a heart attack. On X, formerly Twitter, CSIR said it mourns the sudden loss in a 5:40 p.m. post that Sahni joined the Institute of Microbial Technology (IMTech), a CSIR laboratory in the Chandigarh in 1991. He became its director in 2005, a position he held. He was appointed the CSIR Director General in 2015. He continued to be associated with IMTech, sources said. As a scientist, Dr. Sahni was known for his research on the formation and elevation of blood clots and buster drugs, among others. He developed clot specific streptokinase, a drug whose licensing rights were sold to Nostrum Pharmaceuticals in the New Jersey, the United States, in 2006 for $5 billion. Darsani was a member of the India's three major science academies. He was also a recipient of the National Biotechnology Project Development Award 2002, the CSIR Technology Shield 2001-2002, and the Vigyan Ratna Award 2014, among the others. From the engineering point of view, train hit upon an object track and wheel damaged. The track that was damaged in the derailment. City Express short terminated at Mambalam probe ordered. In what is alleged to be the sabotage attempt, train number 12694 to Thukudi at Chennai Egmore City, a superfast express hit a foreign object on the track near Sedapet in Chennai division of the Southern Railway on the Saturdays, resulting in a damage to the track, wheel and axle. According to the railway sources, the train was short terminated at Mambalam after an unusual sound was observed. Nobody was injured in the incident. A caution ordered speed restriction was issued to be the following trains. Normal traffic was restored within a few hours. Contributions of Vikram Sarabhai Abdul Kalam to space research loved it. So students taking the look at the telescope, which is kept for the display as a part of the National Space Day celebration at Tumalapalli Kalashtrithram in Vijayawada on Monday. India has reached great heights in the space research because of the contributions made by the physicist Vikram Sarabhai and former president and aerospace scientist Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, said Vijayawada MP Kishine Sivanath. Speaking as a chief guest at a conference on applications of space technology in various walks of life, organized by Water Resources Department in Vijayawada on Monday, August 19, Mr. Sivanath said there are many applications of the space technology in everyday life. The technology has to put to use better management of water resources and data that are going to be beneficial for environment. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Subhash Chandra Bose, whose birth anniversary is 23rd of January in 1897 up to 18 August 1945, was an Indian nationalist whose defense of British authority in India made him a hero among many Indians, but his wartime alliance with the Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan left a legacy vexed by authoritarianism, anti-Semitism and military failure. The honorific Netaji, Hindustani respected leader, was first applied to Bose in Germany in early 1942 by the Indian soldiers of the Indici Legion and by the German and Indian officials in the Special Bureau of the India in Berlin. It is now used throughout India. Bose's legacy is mixed. Among many in India, he is seen as a hero. His saga serving as a would be counterpose to the many actions of the regeneration, negotiation and reconciliation over a quarter century through which the independence of India was achieved. His collaboration with the Japanese fascism and Nazism poses serious ethical dilemmas, especially his reluctance to publicly criticize the worst excesses of German anti-Semitism from 1938 onwards, or the offer to offer refuge in India to its victims. Subhash Chandra Bose is a famous quotation. He says that life loses half its interest if there is no struggle, if there are no risks to be taken. He also says that remember that the greatest crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. Mr. Subhash Chandra Bose also says that no real change in the history has ever been achieved by discussions. So work hard. Okay, thank you.